All right, my name is John Clark. This is my folder. I guess when I understand this, we're supposed to do a 5-year plan, right, of what we see ourselves doing in 5 years. So I always start, I want you to picture like we're walking in my classroom, the front door. So above my front door of my classroom, I'm going to have this little quote. It says, "Here you leave today and enter a world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy." So pretty much what I'm doing is I want to make it so we're going to go into the world of history, and we're going to live through people's different eyes. That's what I'm trying to portray in all my history classes. And some stuff on my front of my thing that I want to talk about is there's going to be a big, two big posters on one of my walls that are the Bill of Rights and the U.S. Constitution. Because I believe that those are building blocks of what everything we're going to learn about in U.S. history. And though we need to have an understanding of it, we need to have it readily available to them at all times. And then I want to celebrate culture in it. I believe a big part of our culture and our history is taught through music. So music is going to be always slow down. Let's be a part of everything. I also want to portray critical thinking in everything. So that's another big part of what we're going to do. I also want to bring how Nevada affected things during this times in history. So bringing a little more Nevada history into it. Because, the only time we ever get Nevada history is in college. We never get it in high school. I think that's a great thing to have in school. Also, I talked about big things. I like shaking hands with people. I believe that's part of life. I was in the business world before I decided to become a teacher, so I spent a lot of time shaking hands with people. We need to be able to bring that, show people how to introduce themselves properly, do that kind of thing. So every day I expect to shake my students' hands and say hello. A couple other things is chivalry. I believe that we don't say enough please and thank you in the world. So that's one thing I want to bring in is a lot more please and thank you. History of is my first project my class is going to do every year. You're going to do the history of something. It could be the history of snowboarding. It could be the history of anything. They just have to write a research paper on the history of to get them in the mind of doing that. Talked about technology, just bringing computers, using all the fun stuff out there on the web. Life skills, I want to be able to teach my students how to get a job and how to sustain a job, and we're going to do that through making resumes and doing things like that in the history class. This is my back wall of my room. It's called the path to success. It's things that I believe that you can do to make success of your life. Like going to college. That's a picture of Stanford for all you guys who don't know what that is right there. And then there's all kinds of different routes in the world that kids don't know about. Like going to the Navy, and Navy is a great career if you can get into it and like it. Also the unions. I believe that a lot of our kids go to the unions. If you can't go into school, you end up going into trade. So trades are always a big thing. So that's why I have UTI and the electrical union there, because those are big things in life. Also up here I have the Key Club. I want to be active in the school. I want to be able to be that teacher people come to and say, "Hey, I got this club I want to start. Is there any way that you can be the person for it?" So that's another thing I want to do. Also, coaching. I'm going to coach football this year. I'm also going to be coaching women's sport this year. I believe that I need to give back to both sides of the school. So I'm going to coach women's basketball. Also, open door. I believe in open door policies. I'm a victim of suicide. My godfather killed himself. So I believe that we need to be able to keep it open door, open line of communications to the students. So that's a big thing. And then my little cartoon, I got it's the devil and the guy is kind of whistling and singing along, and it says, we're just not reaching this guy. I don't believe that you cannot reach anybody. You need to figure out a way to reach them. So that's kind of my thing, is I want to be able to reach every student I can. And then on the back of the door as you leave my classroom, it's a quote from Will Fulton. It says, "I can't believe that we were put on this earth just to be ordinary." So I think that's the way we should end, with everybody trying to be extraordinary every day. So thank you.
Woohoo!